Yo, what up? What up? Good morning. Good morning. And Friday, December 14th, 2025. Another beautiful day out, beautiful day. I got my co-host in the house, Tyler. Good morning. Are you live? Is everything okay? I'm not.
I'm hanging in there. Yeah, things were worse at 7 o'clock this morning when it was Bitcoin was at 94.5 and it looked like we were just going straight to zero. So we got a little bounce, a little relief bounce on the U.S. Open, and God bless privacy. Our privacy coin is saving the portfolio here this morning. So there are some reasons for optimism.
Are there? You're gonna have to paint me an optimistic chart today, Tyler.
Oh, I'm ready to do it.
All right. Today your job is paint us an optimistic chart. Because today on the show, it's just you and I. Our quant is missing. I don't think he's gonna make it. Yeah, sorry guys. Our quant's not gonna make it. So it's you and I, and we're gonna paint the optimistic chart. Then we have a guest coming on, our partners over at VeChain, to chat all things UFC. Fights tonight, tomorrow, big fight. Then we got YEET. We're giving some money away, of course. We're giving We're giving a lot of money away today. Hold on. How are we doing this, Charlie? I forgot.
Yeah, really big day giveaways.
We're giving away we're doing YEET like we always do, but we're giving away an extra $5,000 on top of that for today's show.
I don't think people even know about it.
Charlie, where's producer Charlie? 5 1K winners. Let's get them to follow us. So there'll be 6 winners today. One person is gonna win the usual YEET giveaway, and then 5 people are gonna win $1,000 of VeChain tokens. So $1,000 each of tokens. That way, so we're gonna give you a lot of money. So make sure you follow us, retweet us, and all that good stuff. Yeah, we're insane. No, we just love you guys. We're not insane. We just love you guys. And then last but not least, this show is powered by EigenCloud. EigenCloud, built on EigenLayer security, extends crypto-grade verifiability. I'm never gonna get this word right. Verifiability. How do you say it, Tyler?
Verifiability.
Okay. EigenCloud, built on EigenLayer security, extends crypto-grade verifiability. Was that good?
I think
so.
So.
They want to get it by the end of a year.
we pray.
Verifiability. I guess it's extra exposure to any application, from AI agents to prediction markets to on-chain games. Build anything, verify everything. WalletConnect powers billions of monthly volume across wallets, apps, users, and institutions. That blue logo, it's everywhere, and I can trust in crypto is recognizable as at checkout. Want to learn more? Follow WalletConnect on X and Telegram to stay ahead of what's next. And Walrus, what if you could actually trust your data? Yeah, what if? Walrus is the developer platform that makes it possible. To learn more, visit walrus.xyz. Tyler, I think we're going to have a busy news day today, hopefully. Let's see.
For daily NFT and crypto analysis, Tyler D on FOMO hour calls the kid can't miss.
Ready to bash some bears. Yeah, folks, the crypto majors board is washed in red this morning, down about 5 to 8%. But the silver lining is we are higher than we were a couple hours ago. So we are bouncing on the U.S. market open here. We've got Bitcoin down 6% of the day, 96.3. ETH down 7%, 31.80. Solana down 9% at 141. Solana was 136 at
what
this morning. And then even XRP down 8%, 229 after its successful ETF debut yesterday. So a lot of blood out there. Zcash up 15% though, 565. Nice little rebound. So the privacy maxis are feeling okay here today. Going through some of the headlines. Let's see. Crypto fear and greed, still an extreme fear at 16. JPMorgan analysts flipped bullish on Circle. That was a bit of a surprise. They upgraded the stock to overweight and raised their price target yesterday on expectations of faster USDC and stablecoin growth. So maybe bullish at the bottom. We'll see. Jack Dorsey's Cash App announced stablecoin payments on Solana and other networks coming in early 2026. The Epstein estate emails did have a Bitcoin reference. Apparently, Brock Pierce, co-founder of Tether, and Larry Summers were talking about crypto at Jeffrey Epstein's Manhattan townhouse back in 2016. And then Emory University doubled its Bitcoin holdings in their Grayscale Bitcoin Trust, now 52 million. So some folks are still buying. In Treasury and ETF news, kind of a lot here. So the Bitcoin ETFs, 867 million in net outflows yesterday. That is the biggest day of outflows since February 25th. That Canary XRP ETF debuted at 58 million in volume. That makes it the single biggest ETF debut of this year, volume-wise, though not enough to keep that XRP price up. And then the largest Solana DAT, Upexi, announced a $50 million share buyback program. MicroStrategy, Saylor got some FUD this morning. We'll talk about this more in depth. Bloomberg tweeting out that Saylor and Strategy had sold 47,000 Bitcoin. And Saylor said, no, we did not. So we'll get into that. In token airdrop and protocol news, Polymarket, again, we covered this yesterday, but announced exclusive partnership with the UFC. MoonPay rolled out a new enterprise stablecoin business, partnering with MO and Iron to help companies design and scale interoperable stablecoins. Uniswap announced continuous clearing auctions as a new way to bootstrap liquidity for tokens. DYDX shared that its community voted to use 75% of their revenue to do token buybacks, up from 25%. In other buyback news, Magic Eden, this one came as a surprise. Magic Eden announced ME token and NFT buybacks using 30% of their secondary market revenue. All right, Magic Eden. Infinex announced its next airdrop stage crate run starting on December 1st, $2.5 million in cash and prizes and up to 10% of their INX token supply. And then shout out to YEET. That sportsbook officially went live yesterday. In NFTs, a lot of red out there. Not a huge surprise. CryptoPunks down to 100K, down about 60% from local highs and down over 120,000 in the past 5 weeks. So not great, but bottom soon. We pray. That is our rundown.
I'm like zooming out right now. I don't see it. Where's the bottom?
Well,
where's the bottom? I'm zoomed out.
Our female quant
Talk about it. Let's see.
Open, right? So her box has it at 93.5 roughly for Bitcoin. And even just yesterday, she was saying, remember, don't go long. You should only be going short. Or basically, don't buy. You should only be selling right now. But her target has been the yearly open, which like, my read on her is she has been very directionally accurate, but she won't always necessarily hit the exact line, that she said. Her line 93.3, we hit 94.5, pretty damn close. So if that was your number, I don't think you hate taking a long at $1,000 above the line, right? I guess the reason not to is if you think it's 4-year cycle and it's all over, and we're going to do a standard 70% retrace. Saw an interesting tweet this morning. Let me see if I can find it. This is only the third largest dip of this cycle. We're still only down 24%, but the vibes are so much worse. And that's because this time people are genuinely scared that it could be. And that does seem to match, right?
Is this one, right? We talked about this, right?
Yeah, we kind of mapped this out on the show. So this dip historically is right in line with the average, right? So like there shouldn't be a huge cause for concern. The reason there's so much more concern this time is simply because of time and this historical pattern that played out 3 times. Like, what is the macro bear case I guess I can play it out, and then I'll respond to the bull case. I guess the bear case that I've seen the most from folks like Donald is like everything good that possibly could have happened for crypto happened this year, and yet this is where the price is. So like, what else good is there to look forward to? I don't necessarily put a whole lot of stock in that. I mean, my reply to that would be easier ETF exposure, more crypto adoption in the United States, across the globe, and just a grind up over a longer period of time, which has still been a part of the macro bull case. So I don't totally buy that. I really still think it's the 4-year cycle, and 4-year cyclers selling. And then, of course, markets aren't helping. So stock market was very red yesterday. So big sell-off. I tweeted this morning. CNN has a U.S. stock market fear and greed index. It's in extreme fear as well. So this is not just a crypto panic. Apparently, stock market investors are also in extreme fear. And it's even crazier if you look at the S&P 500, because the S&P 500 is down like 2.5% from all-time high. And it's up very nicely this year. So it feels like markets just in general are just so quick to panic on any kind of a drawdown right now. And maybe that's just because things have been going up for so long that every time we start to see a dip, people just think it's like, okay, the bubble's bursting. Okay, it's like this time is the real time we're going to crash. I guess that's what's happening. I laid out some of the reasons for my macro bull case on Twitter yesterday, and I still think they're all valid. It's a lot of the same stuff we've been talking about all year. So we're headed into an easing cycle. Quantitative tightening is ending December 1st. Quantitative easing is coming. Rate cuts are coming. They may not come in December. December is now a coin flip. It's 50-50. But we're going to get at least 2 or 3 more cuts next year. It's going to be a more Trump-friendly Federal Reserve. Institutional adoption is here. Banks are opening the doors. The biggest banks aren't even here yet. We're not really in all the 401ks yet. Vanguard doesn't have it yet. So that's still on the horizon. We've got more regulatory clarity. This Clarity Act, literally the market structure bill, happening in real time. Increased ability to use crypto as collateral for loans, stable coins, the gold rotation. Gold's still 14x Bitcoin here. And then, in the altcoin market, just a broader maturing. So revenue generating protocols taking lead attention wise and price action wise over more, I don't want to say vaporware, but less fundamentally driven tokens. So I think we need the bull case on days like this, because it's easy it's easy to throw your hands up and say it's over. I think that's the easiest thing to do. Like, all right, well, we'll see you in 2 years, right? Like that's the easy response. I still don't see it. I think if nothing has changed about the primary bull case we've had all year, and now folks are bearish because of price action, is generally my read. And if we do go into an extended bear market, then I was just wrong. And apparently a lot of the bull thesis was just wrong as well. But I would be surprised.
Yeah, I'm looking at this chart. I mean, now we're in the proper 25% dip. More.
Yeah, I mean, we were at, what was the most recent high? 124.5?
Yeah, 124, yeah.
All the way to 94. So that's close to 30%.
Yeah. I guess we can't.
Yeah.
We kind of talked about this, right? When we went to 103K, we're like, it could get worse. I mean, we went to 74K last dip. That was a 32% dip. We dipped 25% this time. It's technically still less of a dip than the last 2 times.
Yeah, sentiment is worse now than it was when we went to 70, when we were in the 70s, right? And perhaps that was because it was earlier in the year. We still didn't have a lot of the Trump crypto effects play out. I think there's an argument to be made whether or not Trump has been good for crypto. I don't really want to get into that today.
Oh yeah, are people saying that Kamala would have been better already? Because
Yeah,
that
we're getting,
signal.
yeah, I saw a take yesterday that Biden was better, which is pretty massive revisionist history. Like politics aside, Operation Choke Point was running rampant like 18 months ago, and everyone was afraid to build any kind of a crypto protocol in the United States.
I'm not even going to argue that.
Yeah.
With people. I'm just not going to go there. I think this is the fucking stupidest take on earth. I know it's a meme, right? Oh, Kamala, if Kamala was in, like, I know that's a meme. Also, yeah, sure, Bitcoin was high, went hit all-time high under Biden, but half of our colleagues were getting sued, so fuck this. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I do. Pull up the Eric Balkunas tweet that I sent. So
yeah, let me pull it up right now. Yeah, that ETF bid, not good, huh?
Well, some of the ETF bid is massive. So
really,
there's a massive inflow into broader ETFs. Yes, QQQ, the SPY, like that. They saw huge inflows. So in his point and broader thesis is that ETF buyers love dips, and they're hungry for the dips and they're buying. Then if you go to his next tweet, he's like, I don't understand Bitcoin. Like, and this is a TradFi mind who has been following Bitcoin now for a year and a half because of IBIT's domination in the ETF market. He's an ETF analyst. He's not a crypto analyst, but he's been forced to cover it because IBIT and ETH have been so dominant. And I thought his perspective was just really interesting. Bitcoin in a weird place. The narrative is totally intact. Nothing stops this train, plus institutionalization still in effect. But coiners are afraid of their own shadow. It's hard to watch, frankly. A Vanguardian would never act this way. Yeah, FRD is the only thing we have to fear is fear itself. Kind of powerful comment there from Balkunas, and I think it's pretty spot on. It's in line with everything we've been saying, right? Like the narrative, like all the narratives, all the fundamentals are still in place. But because of this historical 4-year cycle boogeyman, everyone is more scared now than they have been since 2022. And this is not a crypto native echo chamber voice, right? Like this is Bloomberg's ETF analyst who just covers ETFs across financial markets. This is his commentary. So I like reading comments like this in general. So we'll see. It was massive outflows, though. I mean, there's no arguing.
Yeah.
It was a massive day of outflows yesterday. So folks are selling and exiting. I think today is going to be very telling. And unfortunately, we're not even going to get the picture till Monday because today is going to have IBIT's Thursday numbers. And we can be pretty confident those are bad. But I am very curious what IBIT's Friday numbers are going to look like.
Yeah, probably buying. Feels like this is a day ETFs buy.
So far, I mean, I covered this briefly. Markets bounced on the open. So futures were deep red. Crypto was deep red this morning.
How's stocks doing?
They bounced. So they're down NASDAQ's down 0.5% now, but it was opening down like 1.5%.
Gotcha.
And I haven't refreshed in the last 20 minutes, but it seemed like at least in the first 30.
S&P's green on the day.
Yeah.
Not massive, but it's green. 6,700 actually. NASDAQ is green on the day.
Mm-hmm.
Of course.
Let's talk about Sailor for a minute.
What's up with Sailor? Like, why are people flooding again? Of course.
Sailor FUD. Is Sailor FUD marking the bottom? Not the best AI graphic of choice. I think people are interpreting this as him not
the Titanic.
He's fleeing the burning boat that is Bitcoin. That's not great to see, even though the caption is HODL. So maybe the interpretation is just broader markets are going down, but he's gonna be fine. Anyway, Yeah, not the best image. I'm not defending that choice. But Bloomberg this morning tweeted out pretty inaccurate tweet this morning, which I'm sure some folks took at surface value.
He's on Bloomberg today on CNBC.
What do you think?
For 7 minutes.
Sailor Strategy cuts Bitcoin holdings by 47,000. Arkham data shows Sailor Strategy reduced its Bitcoin holdings from 484,000 to 437,000. That's been largely refuted. Look on chain kind of showed that these were transfers and not sells. So this is not like a forced sell by Sailor. And of course, and he responded himself. Right? No truth to this rumor. Pio did have an interesting tweet, and I'm not going to get into like the MicroStrategy defense here, but it actually does make sense for Sailor to sell here with the wash sale rules in the United States. He could sell all the Bitcoin that he bought higher and take the tax loss and just rebuy it. Because you aren't typically allowed to do that you can't do that with stocks and other assets. It's against the tax rules, but crypto has not been included in that. So in theory, he could get a large loss against all the Bitcoin he bought at 120, 115, etc. by just selling it here and then rebuying. Of course, there's that's on paper. Is there going to be like a psychological impact if people just see the headline, oh, Sailor's selling, and they won't look through the fine print? So I think there's a bit more that goes into that decision. He said that it happened, that they'd actually done this once before. I'd have to go back through and double check that. But yeah, I mean, MNAV did fall below 1. I think we found that out live on the show yesterday. We didn't quite realize it until we pulled up the numbers. I haven't checked on strategy stock today. Let's see. It's down to 4.4%. So it's down probably more than probably down
3% this year. Wow. Well, how are the other coins holding? I think how's BTCD? We haven't talked about BTCD in a minute on the show. Let me picture.
I would imagine it's up a bit because
it's dropping like crazy. Because the rest is not like ETH is 3,200. I thought I was gonna wake up to like $2,500 ETH. I'm not gonna lie.
Like my read, I've been monitoring prices. I haven't been like panicking, but I do like to know kind of what's going on.
I'm not panicking either.
But where I was going with that is like alts have actually, I've been surprised. Like they've been holding up okay.
Because they got destroyed every fucking day of the year, right?
Sure.
But you're right. Like, yes, what you're saying is right. Like I was expecting to see worse. You know what I mean? Like I was expecting to see alts even go another leg down. You know what I mean? Zek is fucking fire. Are you kidding me?
Wow, 577 of 17.
Are you kidding me? This is insane.
Good. Now I'm regretting the Zeke sells, the take profit.
Me too. And I saw at 700 something.
The Zeke narrative is strong and it's also fresh. I still think it's going much higher than this. It's going to be bumpy. It's a very bumpy asset. I don't recommend trading this on much leverage at all. But yeah, Zeke's looking good. That was pretty much it. Like there was not a whole lot of green on the board, but like pump is at 3.5. Like it's kind of the level, like we hit that level last week. So like hype is at 37.40. I want to say that the hype was it looks like it hit 36 this morning, but how did we go? Yeah, so we actually went lower back in October, and we went to this level 10 days ago. So I guess my point is Bitcoin is making new lows, but the alts aren't really. Like they're holding up relatively.
Holy shit. What a fucking chart. Jesus Christ.
It seems our quant reflipped long. Well, I mean, he never cut he held his core position, right? Was short for the training competition. Now it looks like he's long again. And long's been a nice trade. I don't know exactly where it caught it. Look at those lines. So the line's basically held, right? So
My
that
lines are so good on Zeke, bro.
what is that top line? 475?
It's 470, yeah.
Yeah.
It held on the daily. Look. Right on.
Mm.
It's sorry, it's a 4-hour line here. 4 hours. There you go. Wow. Bounce right there. Look at that.
The privacy cohort's feeling good today.
But that makes sense. Like we could have seen it coming with the Balaji shit, the spaces. Monero's second biggest gainer too. Like top 2 gainers on the day are Zeke and Monero. Oh wait, there's a big discrepancy too. Top 300. Yeah, Dash, fucking Dash. Tyler. I think we bounced for the weekend because we've had such a painful week. I think we bounced this weekend. I don't know if it's gonna be death on Monday, but I think we bounced this weekend.
Yeah, I mean, I think the near term price action is very difficult to project, but I won't be surprised if 94.5 was the bottom. If we go to 92.5, 93 and officially sweep the yearly open, I won't be surprised by that either. So be ready for it, I guess. But there's a wide range of scenarios that can play out, certainly. I do want to get into some of the news downstream a little bit. So Magic Eden.
Yeah, 10 years after the NFT cycle.
Granted, they're not doing a whole lot of NFT volume. I'll have to pull up the exacts from TXO. But
yeah, let's turn the fucking fee switch off.
30%.
He's died.
Arguably the most interesting part. So 15% is going to their ME token and 15% towards NFTs. Starting with NFTs on Solana. So the way this is going to work is basically if one NFT collection does 1,000 SOL in fees, they're going to take 150 SOL and sweep the floor of that collection and put it in their vault forever, so that they're kind of burning it effectively. So it's not a huge needle mover out of the gate, but it is something that over time will take supply off the market. It might be the biggest bull case for ordinals that we have. There's finally a new ordinals buyer.
I have my ordinals, man. I can't believe I still have like 16 puppets.
But man, a whale who just wash trades volume on Magic Eden collections now is driving fees to take some of these forever off the supply. So I thought that was interesting. And then Infinex, there's still a cohort of folks who are big Infinex bulls. I don't have a strong read. I haven't dug into Infinex.
That's synthetics though, right? Is it the same?
So they're leaning into perps heavily. So they announced this new airdrop campaign. I think we can all use airdrop campaigns at this point in time. So I want to make sure that we give it some coverage. So it's called Crate Run. It's going to begin on December 1st. They're going to give away 2.5 million in total prizes, including 100K in cash every week. They're going to give away NFTs like Pudgies, Punks, Hypers, as well as a $1 million major prize. And they're giving out up to 10% of their Infinex token, INX, in these crates. Effectively, to participate, you'll need to trade perps on Infinex. And every time you're making trades, you'll get these crates. You'll be able to see your progress over time. And then periodically, you'll be able to open these crates. Historically, they've had a Kaido campaign. I think there was some mixed results after that one was over. I'm not sure they're going to run that back, but it looks like there's other ways to get bonus crates. Oh yeah, CT Mafia, connect your X account. And if you're top 5,000, you'll be eligible for up to 100 bonus crates. So go do this. Go collect your free crates. Why not? We could all use potential income streams in this market, to say the least. So shout out to Infinex. Monad pre-sale is going to start on Monday, and man, what a potential backdrop for that monad sale now. Not ideal with markets broadly crashing. I have to imagine buy pressure is a bit lower than it necessarily would have been, but this is still a very important pre-sale, being the first on this Coinbase platform, and you can kind of set the precedent for yourself to get access to the future ones. So even if you don't love monad, punting a little bit that you're willing to hold and kind of create a profile for yourself on Coinbase makes a lot of sense. So do encourage folks to take a look and get ready for the sale for that perspective. Because I think it's a safe assumption that we're going to have at least a few other big ICOs come out on Coinbase's platform in the next year. It's like Monad's hanging out at 4.6 billion, down 5% on the day. It's not down a ton, kind of hanging out at its lows, but I mean, 4.6 is not bad. And the pre-sale is still at 2.5. So you're getting in at a cheaper valuation for sure. And we got some REKT news this morning. I'm not sure if you saw this yet.
Bro, I saw nothing. I'm just bidding Bitcoin, not looking. I've bought so much Bitcoin. Holy shit, bro.
Someone needs to.
REKT. Someone needs to, right? I've never owned so much Bitcoin in my life.
That's good.
I hope so, right?
You should have more Bitcoin.
This is the hope, right? I have a lot of Bitcoin, Tyler. A lot. Because I love that Sailor FUD. Makes me want to fucking drink blood. What's up with REKT?
Yeah, so REKT announced today a huge retail expansion, launching in 200 Giant Eagle stores across Ohio, Pennsylvania, Maryland, and my home state of Indiana.
Fucking Giant Eagle. I love that.
25% market share in the Midwest. Rollout starts today. Going to be completed by year end. 3 flavors: liquidated lime, abstract apple, and MoonPay Crush. MoonPay Crush is my favorite REKT flavor. So if you're going out for the first time and you want to try a REKT drink and you live by a Giant Eagle, I recommend the MoonPay Crush flavor. And then abstract apple, and then liquidated lime. So that would be my power rankings
by far
of those 3. But huge. This is their biggest launch partner they've had to date.
Holy shit.
They had the 7-Eleven debut, right? That was more of a temporary event partnership. But this is big, and we know REKT is big in the Midwest, right? It's the
Yeah, dude. Holy shit, bro. Every fucking family in Ohio's got a REKT can, bro.
he was tweeting, I think he's got a Giant Eagle by him. Sadly, no Giant Eagles by me in Chicagoland, but I might have to make a road trip to go check this out. Well, we'd love to see how the displays look in store. So shout out to Ovi and team. It's a big day.
Yo, food stamps and REKT. That's like 2 things go hand in hand in the US.
I mean, REKT is a brand, right? Like REKT is like we will survive.
It's a bear market brand.
Not a surprise to see the big announcement on the bloodiest year.
That's funny. Oh my god, that is so good. Oh man, when's our guest coming? We got a guest coming on the show today. What else, Tyler? In the meantime,
yeah, let's see. So, in more macro news, we had Jack Dorsey's Cash App. Pretty big announcement here, and this is more of a high-level stablecoin announcement. But they are going to enable stablecoin transfers within Cash App on Solana. So all the stablecoin trades will settle on Solana. A bit interesting, specifically that Jack Dorsey, more of a Bitcoin maxi, so that they're choosing Solana for this. I think surprised some folks. Cash App, 57 million monthly active users.
Yeah.
This is one of the biggest payment apps in the world.
Wait, Cash App is Jack Dorsey?
Yeah.
No.
He has hands in a lot.
Is it?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
I'm 100% positive.
Who founded Cash App? I gotta ask the robot. Wait, Jack Dorsey founded Cash App? Am I getting like a brain fart?
I think so.
Oh, it's blog.
We've been talking about
It's
BitChat.
Jack Dorsey.
Yeah.
Oh,
He,
oh yeah, it was blog. It's true.
it looks
Wow.
like he also had a Bitcoin announcement yesterday. I think I missed this one because I was more focused on the Solana aspect. Cash App is also later this month going to allow people to send payments using Lightning Network. So even if they don't hold Bitcoin, they'll be able to select an option to receive a payment can get Bitcoin instead of dollars. So you can choose to receive a payment.
So funny.
What's cool, if people haven't been following this, like what their mission to do is to allow people to pay in any currency they want and receive in any currency they want. So like if you are heavy USDC, you can send me all your payments in USDC you want. If I only want to receive cash, I can choose to receive cash. If I only want to choose to receive Bitcoin, I can do that, and they'll do all the transfers behind the scenes, which is pretty cool, right? And I think for businesses too, it enables businesses to take crypto payments, but not ever have to touch any crypto because they can hold to receive it in fiat, but their customers can pay in USDC now on Solana or Bitcoin via Lightning. So I do think it's a very cool use case. Shout out to Jack. He replied to one of our memes talking about BitChat. So we got to try to get Jack Dorsey on the show sometime.
Jack Dorsey replied to one of our clips, but from like months ago, right?
Yeah, about a month ago, maybe a few weeks back.
Wait, where is it? Hold on. It's so funny how he only shares the Bitcoin news and not the Solana news of his app. You saw that?
He's a Bitcoin guy.
He hates Solana.
It caught me off.
There you go. Where is it?
Yeah.
It would be nice if he came. Shout out to Justin the Mind.
Yeah, thank you for sharing.
Let me follow you. Hold on. There you go. Farouk and Tyler agree that we should download Jack Dorsey's BitChat app.
Have you downloaded it yet?
I did not. Did you?
I did. Yeah.
And is it good?
I've downloaded it. I have not used it a lot, but at least I'm ready to use it in the situation that we need to. CT hates Jack for some reason. Yeah, I don't really know why.
Because he's a Bitcoin maxi. That's why. Right? Like he hates everything else. Like he has talked so much shit about every other coin. Like he's a real. I mean, Jack Dorsey Satoshi, right? Like me, I'm not even joking. I think Jack Dorsey said, I've been saying this for a long time. If you listen to the show, I've been saying it for like years. I think Jack Dorsey is Satoshi Nakamoto.
If so, he's been banging us over the head with it because he's been seen like wearing the Satoshi shirts and so.
Anyways, Sonny's here. COV chain. Let's ask him if Jack Dorsey is Satoshi Nakamoto. Hi, Sonny. How you doing?
Good. How are you guys?
We're good, man. I mean, we
you know, I actually went back to the long time ago. People say Jack Lab, actually, who invented e-donkey, was considered as like Satoshi Nakamoto. There are lots of suspicious parts, actually. You know, he was in Japan. He was, created MT Gox, and also he's big fan about the Japanese culture, and he's a good developer and cryptography as well. There was even a rumor saying not Jack Dorsey, but Jack McLab, could be the could be the Satoshi Nakamoto.
You don't think Jack Dorsey is Satoshi Nakamoto?
Not likely, because he was busy on the Twitter, honestly, at that time, right? Back to 2009, 2010. I don't think he has, when you run a big corporation like Twitter, I don't think it's not the same mindset, honestly, right?
I'm with you.
Yeah. Okay, that makes sense. I mean, it looked cool that Satoshi Nakamoto potentially replied to one of our clips. You know what I mean?
Well,
So,
honestly, I don't know anybody is a Satoshi so far. But if I have to bet, I would bet Jet McLab because the donkey is about a decentralized network. He's kind of against all of the central authority, the government. I think he had every set to be there. So
yeah. Okay, I see that. I said, anyway, Sonny, we're not here to talk about Satoshi today. We're here to talk about VeChain. And you guys
okay, let's do that.
You guys been around for a minute. It's a big weekend for you. UFC, baby.
Yeah, it is.
In New York at the Madison Square Garden. God, I love the UFC. I love the UFC, man. I love watching these fights. They're so good. And this weekend's a big one too. Makachev. This weekend's one of the biggest fights we've had in a minute as well. But before we go there, Sonny, why don't you tell us maybe a little introduction by yourself and what VeChain's been up to? Because you guys been around for like
forever.
right?
Forever.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, hi everyone. My name is Sonny. I'm a founder and the CEO of VeChain. VeChain actually just celebrated 10 years anniversary this month.
Wow.
I literally quit Louis Vuitton as a chief information officer to start VeChain in 2015 this month, November. So great time. The last 10 years have been really fun. Pretty exciting, and also lots of highs and lows, bumps on the road for sure. But if I wanted to describe VeChain, firstly, we never change the course. We always focus on the mass adoption. Try to consider myself, I'm an engineer, so I wanted to create stuff. I want to create stuff people like to use, right? So we always focus on the real utility applications. Aiming to have a mass adoptions, because I believe the Web3 is just like internet. Today you don't hear anybody saying like, "Oh, I'm an internet user," right? It's basically everybody's an internet user. So we always keep that kind of course. But also we had 3 white paper journeys. I think a very few projects in crypto space issued like continuously the new white paper. So in 2017, we released the first white paper for the ICO purpose, and then 2018 deliver VeChain Soul blockchain going live, and has been running until now for the last 7 years. We had 100% availability so far, and then 2019 released the second version white paper to focus on the enterprise adoptions, and after that, we keep doing that and accumulate about 100 enterprise applications, including like food safety for Walmart. And even recent, we just announced the collaboration with Lululemon.
Really?
For supply chain, for supporting the e-commerce platform. But meanwhile, we have a second parallel track following the latest white paper. We call it Web3 for Better. The Web3 for Better is co-author with the Boston Consulting Group. We wanted to use a technology to unify the different developers, application owners, enterprises together to incentivize individual users to do better actions on every day to support the sustainability rollouts. So 2 tracks running in parallel. One is for enterprise adoption. Many people were saying like, "Hey, why you guys step away from enterprise adoption?" I say, no, it's not. We're still keep going. Like recently just announced the Lululemon, right?
Yeah.
Also, meanwhile, try to get engaged with individual users, bring them together. Enterprise, individual users, they can work towards the same mission. So yeah, that's what VeChain has been doing in the last 10 years.
Wow. This is because you guys are partnering with obviously the UFC, Lululemon. I remember VeChain in 2021. That was like huge too, right? The guys,
Yeah.
Disney, or you guys have a lot of partnerships.
Yes, indeed. We still have, actually, there's still some of our business, I call it the business users or business partners. They're building application on VeChain, but whatever the reason, they have a different weird PR policies, like the luxury companies. they don't want to announce it. They don't want to
No.
brag about it. I honestly, I get that. I was a CIO, right? I was a CIO of Louis Vuitton. I understand that.
That's sick.
You're not going to announce like, oh, I'm using Microsoft for email, or I'm using Oracle for database, right? To them, it's just one of the technologies solve their problem. That's it.
Wow, you were CIO of Louis Vuitton. That's so cool.
Yeah, that was 10 years ago, man.
Damn, that's really cool. But you're right. Like, they're not gonna announce like, "Yo, we're using Microsoft for Excel spreadsheets." Like,
Yeah, exactly, right? So for them, it's they just keep using that. Honestly, the oldest the customer has been using for the last 6 years. It's true, creating the utilities, benefiting the operations. So yeah.
yeah, that's super interesting. I love that. So, like, why do you think there's like such little use of like everyday utility then in this market, right? Because like we're talking about, how
Yeah.
people use your chain, don't necessarily like gonna announce it, whatever. Like, what do you think there's such little use of that?
Honestly, I miss the old times. Whatever back to 2017 or even 21, even during the bearish moment, like 22 or 18, you still can see or spot on some like headlines in the main medias, or this collaboration, that use case, or when Vitalik considered as well, I think he's still today as industrial leader. Even people were challenging him like, oh, Vitalik, you have been talking too much technical. We don't understand that. You got to give some juicy stuff to the regular Joes or something. But nowadays, honestly, you don't see that kind of discussions. You don't see that kind of headlines like market attentions on use cases, on utilities. I think it's pretty dangerous to from the technology perspective, because eventually technology needs to evolve. It needs to go to the real world. With the utility, have a real user attractions. People use it every day. It's kind of like the internet. When internet started, everybody building the website, but it's pretty like similar, right? Even the contents on the website is kind of similar. But when you have differentiation, then you can have, the real user growth. Then, you can see the Amazon, you can see Google, you can see Facebook, those kind of companies rising up and eventually become the giants. But took quite a bit of effort and time. While today, generally speaking, I think there are a few reasons. Firstly, the market sentiment is not really favorable to builders. Honestly, builders, when they try to build something, they don't got enough support, whatever from, even from exchanges or from, any kind of partners or the funds. The second is just people generally, growing to be like losing patience. I heard the sentiment from the community saying, "Oh yeah, in crypto is always short term. We just chase after short term." But we see it's very dangerous, to be honest. Following the history pattern in the crypto, the let's say the fever, let's call it a fever, fading ways getting quicker and quicker. And today, when you think about some project or even some meme coins, just fade away like in a couple of days. Right. So that kind of the short-term game, it cannot last longer. It's very dangerous. That's what I'm saying. And last but not least, I think the regulation is still falling behind. There's still too many bad players, and they do shitty stuff. They chase after short-term gains. They play dirty, and they run away with quite a good profits. Then to the real builders, it's very hard to resist that kind of temptation, right? They were just, why their guys getting rich because doing that? Why we should keep our heads down, continue to work on, tough stuff. So last but not least, I would say it's a soul leadership is not there. It's missing. Like I said, even in the previous cycles, when Vitalik was considered as like industrial leader, he's driving this kind of the directions, right? Talk about the technology involvement, talk about the use cases. But now today, the soul leadership is missing from the entire industries. No one is talking about that. Actually, I think 2025 has been super exciting for us from the beginning. The regularity, whatever from Europe or US, and also Trump has been super supportive to the crypto. Plus, the institutions coming from the Wall Street, getting everybody super exciting, but it kind of skip a very important step, like building concrete stuff, building something people can use on every day. So that I would say but I never lose the face.
Yeah.
Honestly, based on the understanding, based on understanding the fundamental of the technology, I believe blockchain, sitting at the same level as AI. It's crown jewels of human history in terms of technology development. So it's just getting through this kind of tough spot and continue to build.
Yeah, that makes perfect sense. And then you're talking about onboarding, etc., like getting a bunch of users on. I remember VeChain, like VeChain's super known, right? Like a lot of people, even in the comments, chat's got VeChain. Look at that. Because a lot of people know about you guys, right? The game's been around for, like you said, 10 years ago today, like you started this company. So how are you guys, planning on onboarding users to blockchain? Because we hear about all these uses. I think Tyler and I were talking about this. Like retail is here. Like retail uses crypto every day. They're just not tweeting, right?
Yeah.
Right. But what are you guys doing to bring the next billion?
We do differently. I think we do differently. Following one thought, is think about everybody is saying like, oh yeah, crypto blockchain is the third generation of payment system. If you consider credit card is the first, and then internet payment like PayPal is the second, and then now crypto is third, even better, right? But think about internet payment. When PayPal started, they need to have a very good partner or as a use case provider like Amazon, like online shopping. So without online shopping, why you need a PayPal? You can use a credit card pretty well. Everywhere is so convenient. So the payment solution cannot just stays alone. It needs to work with some use cases. So right now, unfortunately, everybody in the crypto space, or 90%, are focused on the financial infrastructure, services, payment solutions. So I think somebody got to do the heavy lifting, right? So VeChain is focused on the use cases. Like I mentioned, we did launch a new ecosystem. It's called vbetter.com. And if you go there, you can find out so far, after a little bit more than 1 year, we have 5 million users, 50 applications, and generating 44 million daily actions so far. And resulting quite a good impressive results, like 20 million liter water saved, 5.5 million CO2 carbon footprints, reduced. So those type of it's a real impacts, and also people are incentivized and also motivated, not only financially but also psychologically. Like, this is our world, we should do something good, we should do something better, right? And looking forward, I can see still there are some infrastructure missing, or tools missing to onboard the retail users, other than just go to the exchange, do trade. No, you still need a use case, right? So in our plan, we wanted to eliminate the barriers on board the Web2 users. For example, our wallet, vWord, will not be called as a wallet anymore. We're actually upgrading. We got the local license in Europe and upgrading to MiCA in the process, and try to expanding more into more jurisdictions. So once we got that, we can provide the custodian and social login to any kind of applications on VeChain. So then that means vWord will not consider as just a wallet, but it's just Web2 applications. So you can log in with Apple ID, you can log in with Google account, no problem. Then you don't need to manage those type of hustles, and you don't need to manage about all of the difficult professional financial terms. Try to understand how to trade, how to leverage, but you just use that. And actually, 90% of the users in the future, they're not going to be a professional trader. Just look at how many internet users and how many stock traders, right? It's so obvious. And second, for sure, going to continue to onboard the enterprises. We're actually exploring more exciting use cases, including the UFC. Where we're talking about. I'm going to meet Dana like in a few hours today. There are some great opportunities. We're going to continue to onboard the users from enterprise, but work with individuals. I gonna ask Dana like, okay, what do you want your fans to do every day? To engage with UFC and to expand the UFC influences. And Web3 is just perfect answer for that, right?
Mhm.
And last but not least, I would say just do everything we can to iterate the products, make it user friendly, and grow the user. I think that's a fundamental answer to
Yeah.
every way out of this blockchain space.
100%. I love that. So I love that. I think you guys are doing great. And also, you guys are all up in the UFC this weekend.
Yeah,
You can't watch the UFC without seeing VeChain on. It's
exactly.
everywhere.
And also in the time big screen, VJ and the UFC, great exposure, great exposure.
Who's gonna win this weekend, Sonny? Who's winning?
I don't know. Maybe check with the poly market, right?
Yeah, exactly. Because they've got the partnership
Yeah.
that was announced, but that's gonna be a huge fight. Well, Sonny, thank you so much, man. Appreciate you guys for coming. Appreciate you guys partnering with us and giving away all these tokens too, because we're gonna give a bunch of VeChain tokens on the
All
show
right,
today.
cool.
So, thank you so much, Sonny. Appreciate you.
Thank you. Take care.
See
Bye.
ya. All right, look at that. This Tim, he was CIO of Louis Vuitton. That's crazy. All right. Yeah, it is a big fight though. I saw a bunch of people gonna be there. I was supposed to go, but it's Della Maddalena against Makhachev. Damn. I don't know, man. You don't bet against the Dagestanis usually. You know what I mean?
It's gonna
Yeah. I don't think you want to bet against those guys. They're fucking animals. They're crazy. Anyways, should we give some money away?
Let's do it.
Should we? We're giving away $5,000 today. So, just so you guys know, we're gonna spin the wheel 6 times today. 6.
Wow.
The first winner is gonna be Yeet, right? Charlie, is that how we're doing? Or the last one? How are you doing it?
It's either first or last needs to be Yeet.
Right? Are we doing first or last for Yeet?
We do it last. Let's do VeChain.
Okay, let's do VeChain first. Okay, fine. So the first 5 winners will get $1,000 worth of VeChain VET tokens each.
Huge.
Huge, right? Because it's worth $5,000 today, so it's like today's value.
Mm-hmm.
So we're giving away 5K of VeChain tokens. Shout out to our partners of VeChain. All right, let's go. Let's do it.
Get some winners.
Aaron IQ. That's my name before.
First winner.
Aaron IQ.
Let's keep going. Dalvin.
Who's Dalvin? It's me, Dalvin. On Kick. $1,000 each. Bang. There you go.
Torvin.
Torvin, no cut.
All right.
Next point. I love that. People are like, what the fuck? Like, I won. Yeah, you won, motherfucker. That's $4,000. Damn, we're like both riding this dick.
All right, so let's take a pause. So we just got 5.
Yeah, let's take a pause here.
These 5 are gonna get $1,000 in bet tokens from VeChain.
Do you see your name on here? Dalvin's here. Torvin's here. Kibu's here. REKT Boy's here.
I see Delvin. Yeah.
How to claim? That's a good question that I don't have the answer to.
Yeah, producer Charlie, we'll work with that with all the winners offline to work through this.
Well, if you want, DM the FOMO Hour account on X. And yeah, messages there. And we'll figure it out. Don't worry about it. We know who won. So we saved this. Now, last but not least, the YEET giveaway winner. Someone's going to play with us right now. Are you doing weighted again? Is that what he's doing? Yeah, DM you FOMO. Okay, perfect. It's weighted. It's weighted. Again. It's out. That's so funny, man. That's so funny.
Has APTEL won recently, Charlie? Can we check the records? I don't know if we have a rule on this or not.
When's the last time he won?
That name is very familiar.
Don't think too recent, Charlie said.
Okay.
APTEL. Dude.
Last month, he says. Okay.
Last month. Okay, cool. It was last month. So you're good. Patel, you're here. Last month. He's good. Listen, he's good. Last month. He's good. All right. Let's take you to YEET. What do we play for him today?
Could do.
I mean, he's here.
Friday. We should do coin race.
Coin race?
It's easy.
Okay, perfect.
They get to pick a coin.
All right, pick a coin, Patel.
250 on far. We're gonna hit it once, and once we do, we can stop.
Dude, this game, man.
All right, so hey Patel, tell us what coin you want.
Coin? Oh, maybe ETH.
All right.
Okay, wait, it's 2 seconds left, so we're gonna wait. We're gonna wait on this one.
3, 2, 1.
Anyway,
Go!
Farcoin was just 40x, so let's just wait. You know.
And we're not getting the sound today.
Oh no, I can put the sound here. Here?
Yep.
This way. No way, Tyler. Oh, I thought fucking was gonna win.
Oh,
Okay, he said ETH. Oh, ETH is one.
right.
Fuck.
So we need to see ETH back to back. All right, so you're gonna get.
Oh no.
50 ETH. ETH is bad odds.
There you go.
All right, let's get a little 40x here.
Fortune favors the bold. Hey.
Oh shit.
Down.
Oh.
All right, we got two
Whoa.
horses here. We're just fading Bitcoin. Oh no. Oh no. Come on.
Come on. Come on.
We're live.
Bitcoin wins.
Run out. Oh no.
Roll
Right.
button.
Well, you won $500.
Well, you won $500. We still give away $5,500 on today's
Wow.
show. If you're one of the $5,000 winners, message us. Tyler, higher on Monday.
We pray higher.
If you're Jewish, go to synagogue. If you're Muslim, go to the mosque. If you're Christian, go to church. If you're Buddhist, go to the temple, whatever. Whatever religion you are. Even if you're a atheist this weekend, you're going to church. Okay? And you're going to pray for our bags. With that, we'll see you on Monday morning, 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time for another episode from my Hard Work Radio. Let's go.